All right, good morning. I'm Jason, and welcome to the morning ritual for guitar growth. I am your host, and we've been plowing pretty hard this morning, so I'm a little bit out of sorts. Here, bear with me just for one moment. Well, as you know, we've gotten some snow, and I'm happy that you're here with me this morning doing some guitar work. This is the good work that we are intended to do, we're called to do. And so if you're just new here, I'm not sure who's here, who all's here. But if you are new here, I just wanted to let you know what we do here is the morning ritual for guitar growth. This is legit my actual honest to goodness morning ritual. It's my morning warm-up. And I like to do this, I've been doing this every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time through the entire year of 2025 so far. And the intention is to continue right along. So I'm glad you're here. And just if you'd like to join us, you're more than welcome to join us. It's free and it's about an hour long. So you have plenty of time to go grab your guitar. You can see I've just switched on our metronome so that we have a metronomic approach to the guitar this morning, the chitarra. All right, so we've got 60 beats per minute. And you know, if you're one of the regulars here, good morning to you. You also know that we're working this week on reproducing a holiday song, Christmas song called Oh Holy Night. So what I'm doing here is, can you hear this? This is my tuning fork. It's the A440. Maybe you can hear it. You put it into it vibrates your whole skull. You can't hear it, but I can. And then you can put it on your guitar surface, which is great. Just never bang it on anything metal. If you have a metallic or metal music stand, don't do that. All right. Oh, good. It sounds like we're pretty much the A is in tune. I'd like to, before we begin, I'd like to start with obviously welcoming you back. The live chat is a great place to be, and I do have something for you. If you're new here, if you're considering following along here in the live chat, I have we have a growing membership here, and what I like to do is give you a link that you can follow. This is the official PDF binder for the morning ritual for guitar growth, so you can get that here for free. I would not hesitate to grab it. This is all for you. This is, if you're a guitar practitioner and you want to start making your morning a morning to remember on the guitar, this is definitely a way to do it. This is one approach. So you're going to love it, and maybe we'll see you again. So let's go ahead and get started. We're starting with the morning ritual for guitar growth again. We're starting with fingers 2 and 4 today. That's what we're doing. And let me just go ahead and make sure the guitar is tuned up. I want to focus on some posture today and focus on some good quality breathing. Some good quality breath work goes a long, long way. Just kind of getting the tuning ready to go. If you stick around, we'll get right into the DADGAD tuning. So we're going to drop that tuning without having any tuner present. I'll give you a shortcut to how to do that and really expand our guitar horizon. So if you're here and you're not, there we go. If you're here and you're not that vocal, you can always jump in on the live chat and you can say hello. You know, it's good. It's a good thing to do, and it's totally legal, totally free to do. So fingers 3 and 4, and 10 and 12, 1 E and a 2 E and a, you know what to do, yeah. So this is the key to unlocking your dreams on the guitar. And if you're a guitar practitioner, you know exactly how important this kind of work is. And you know that it can't be, well, it shan't be overlooked. You know, it should be maintained. It should be something that we do for ourselves each and every day. And I like to do this first thing in the morning. This is my morning time, and so hence the name, Morning Ritual for Guitar Growth. But it's, you know, it's one of those things that I really enjoy doing. I really enjoy, you know, doing the challenging stuff and getting these things out of the way, so that we can, you know, just when it comes to playing a more challenging passage of music, then this is all, your fingers are already programmed. So all of the things that we would normally want to do on the guitar come easier, right? So fingers 2 and 3 on frets 10 and 12. Here we go. Yeah, and it's just really simple stuff. I mean, I say it's simple, but this is quite a reach for me. You can see that you can see where my thumb is on the bottom of the guitar neck, just to, you know, assist, to help, aid, and assist with that 2 to 3 finger stretch. Yeah, it's a really important thing for me to do, because I felt my hand from the beginning of this year to now. I've felt my fret hand definitely grow. It's done a lot of growth, you know, and that's no fooling. I'm not just saying it so that you know, sign up for the inner circle or anything like that. I'm not saying, just saying. It's just one of those things that is just improving. I feel I've made some improvements. And there are some other testimonials that are out there that I feel good. I feel confident that, you know, if you're putting in the time, you can do literally anything you want on the guitar, right? All right, so we've got Toby. Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing today? I'm so glad that you broke the ice with live chat. Thank you for doing that. I appreciate you being here. There's a riff people do on videos of them in guitar shops, but I don't have a clue what it is. Please help. Are you talking about the Forbidden Song? Yeah, I just learned Purple Haze this morning. Good for you. Yeah, right on. Yeah. Something like that. Are you talking about like the Winger version from the 90s? The Kip Winger and Reb Beach version? Purple haze all in my brain. Little things don't seem the same, yeah. He's acting funny, but he doesn't know why. Excuse me, well, I do my thing here. Let's go back into the work that we're doing, our intended work, and I think that riff might be this Forbidden. some really funky chords in that song. You know, we're talking about this A minor major 9, which is like, you know, melodic minor scale. So I don't know if you dig melodic minor, but if you play that against this, that's also a C major 7 sharp 5 chord, which is, dude, this is some seriously advanced harmonic content right here. So if you're into this kind of stuff, you're in the right place. You know, you want to follow along in the depths. Dive deep into the depths of chord chemistry with me in my chord chemistry series right here. There are like 70 videos in that chord. It's a deep dive. Not gonna lie, and it's really not for everyone. But if you're into chords and you want to learn as much as you possibly can from the late great Ted Green about chords, I will see you at that series. And if you join me, be sure to say hello, announce yourself. It's a pretty popular series. All right, let's go ahead and get back to fingers 2 and 4 on 9 and 12. We're going to do these warm-ups. I see some more friends coming by. Oh, we've got Chrono. Good morning. Just learned. Okay, Purple Haze. What a great tune. Yes. Can you play the Forbidden Song, please? Yeah. Forbidden Song. I'll never forget the first time I saw that on Wayne's World, and this first time I looked over at the side and I thought, man, these guys are really doing something special here. Wayne's World, party time, excellent. Yeah, just some remnants of the old childhood kicking around in there. Hey, do I see the Robbie Smith here? The Robbie Smith. Good morning. Good morning, Robbie. Robbie's a regular here, gang. If you've seen Robbie, if you wanted to wish him a good morning, that'd be great. So fingers 1 and 3, 1 E and a 9 and 12. You know what to do. Yeah, that's right. You know what to do. Just sit down and play your guitar. Do you remember Frank Zappa, what Frank Zappa used to say? He used to say, you know, musicians want to talk a lot, but he's just about shut up and play your guitar, man. Just shut up and play your guitar. You don't need to whine about it. He's just such a great personality for music in general, you know, just for the high rollers, the ones that really want to make a dent in the universe of guitar. You know, I really want to bet, I got to admit, I really want it bad. I don't know what it is about music, like specifically the guitar. I primaried in jazz and contemporary music with a concentration in performance, but I don't know what it is about the guitar that, you know, I guess it could be any instrument. I guess I just started playing guitar. We always had guitars around the house early on, and maybe you were like that too. Maybe you always had access to a guitar. So we're using the last of our 2-finger ruffians, and we're going down to frets 1 and 6, now 2 and 7. We're coming all the way back up the fretboard. I'm just going ahead and switch my posture so I don't get any workplace damage. I know it's kind of funny to think about workplace injury as a guitar practitioner, but it does happen, you know. Got to keep that back strong and that mind nice and weak. I hope you appreciate the humor. You should do Jolene, yeah. Dolly's or which version? Can you play the Forbidden Song? Good morning. Oh, hey Robbie again. Aaliyah, good morning. Good morning. Ryder, what's going on? I love that Jolene idea. I like the Ray LaMontagne's version of that. What a beautiful track. Cocaine flame bloodstream
sold my cord when I hit Spokane. Bought myself a hard pack of cigarettes in the early morning rain.
What a great tune, what a great track. Yeah, just great stuff. Good morning, Jill. Jill's in the house, so I better get moving. So fingers 2 and 3 and 4 on 10, 11, and 12. Did you guys get plenty of snow, Jill? I'm surprised you're not strapping a snowboard on and you're out skiing or snowboarding right now. Wiping the corduroy off the slopes, you know? AC/DC, there we go. Which tune? Which tune? Which AC/DC tune are you interested in hearing? So I got a notification from our brother Haas last night. He's taking the day and he's got to do some traveling today. He'll be back tomorrow. He just wanted to say hello to everyone. I do kind of miss the fingers, you know, the 2-finger and the 3-finger permutations. Lately we've been just kind of jumping into the 4-finger permutations. But I think it's important to come back and check out all of the finger patterns, you know, roughly all of the finger permutations, at least the contiguous patterns, where the fingers are right next to each other, you know, fingers 2 and 3 and 4. So, and right now we're just going to move directly into 1 and 2 and 3 on 9 and 10 and 11, going all the way back down the fretboard. We could speed it up if you wanted to, you know, we could do like 5s maybe. That speeds it up a little bit. You can do public capital 6s. Do 7s, you know, that kind of stuff. Those are all good. Now we're jumping back into the finger, 1, 2, 4. Still working with the finger 4 permutations. So just grab your guitar, you can grab a guitar. And this is the kind of thing, I just wanted to let you know who you're looking at. So I'm Jason. If you're new here, I've been a professional teacher for a long time. I've taught thousands and hundreds of students, probably thousands by now. I guess, yeah, it is thousands. You know, we've got over 3.5 million views here on YouTube alone, and I get, you know, I do pretty well on Instagram, and you know, I get probably a few 100,000 a month every 28 days or something. It's not too bad for, you know, a fat old white dude on the internet, but it is kind of interesting because we've founded and directed a conservatory of music, had you know, a volume, you know, 16, 18, 20 students, you know, 20 teachers working with me to build the community up, you know. And so I've done a lot of those practical things, you know, I've done a lot of that kind of stuff, and right now I've just decided to take some time and do the thing for myself, right, that I've done for others. And I thought maybe this is a good way for me to really realize my dream of what it means to be a guitar practitioner and share it with you. And I think it's really important piece of the puzzle to be here every weekday, you know, every morning, and as best we can, in good form and good shape, not hungover, you know, just good quality stretching, good quality, you know, diet and exercise and all of that stuff that most of us who get sucked up by the market fail to achieve, because there's such a demand, emotional demand. Everybody wants a piece of your time. Everybody wants a piece, and that can be pretty demanding. And then so sometimes we fall on bad habits and bad patterns to sustain. And so I think there are a handful of us who appreciate doing the yoga, eating good quality food, doing good quality exercise, and just living a good 110% life. You can do it. I think we can do it and be healthy at the same time. I mean, there's no doubt there's a little bit of a drag here and there, but that's it. Once in a while life will grab us by the bullhorns and just decide to drive us around for a while, and then we kind of like get let loose and we can do we pretend to do our own thing. And this is that effort right here. This is basically the effort of building something for the self. The self is important here. And you know what they say, charity starts at home, and that's a true story. That's a true story. I was just digging out the chickens. Oh yeah, right on. Right on. Playing guitar is harder on my back than splitting wood sometimes. Yeah, that's no joke, my friend. It's no joke, Robbie. Hello, Dial-Up Gar, beginner guitar exercise. Yeah. Or it could be an intermediate or an advancing guitar player. It all depends on it's all in the eye of the beholder, I believe. But that's cool. Greenberry, good morning. Excuse me while I go get Kiss the Sky. Yeah. That's enough of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, here we come. 1, 2, 3, 4, here it's at 60 beats per minute, so we got 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. 9, 10, 11, and 12. That's right. Yeah, and it's very simple, and I really have to remind myself, I want to talk directly to Robbie for a moment. I really have to remind myself to use that lumbar support on the back of my chair and really remember to breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. It's harder for me to breathe in through the nose because I have a deviated septum. From, the story, I dropped a 412 Marshall cabinet on my face once upon a time and broke my nose right in half. And it was pretty bad, and broke the bridge of my skull right up here, and it explains a lot probably, but it's definitely a little bit more work for me to breathe in through the nose. Pretty easy to breathe out through the mouth, but I remember that, oh geez, even in that time I was making this little brief discussion, Robbie, my back started to curl down, and that's the problem, is I forget to hold myself up with my abdominal strength, and I have to keep coming back to it, keep reminding myself to just stay upright, just stay upright. Sometimes that's my entire practice, is just focusing on the strength of my core. I want you to know that every little bit of this we could do exactly the same thing. I mean, it would appear outwardly to the spectator that we are doing exactly the same thing every day. If they wanted to get a glimpse into our lives, but you and me, you and I, we know, you and me, we both know that's not the case. You know, we focus on different things. I might be focusing on, where are my legs? Is my whole body square? Am I doing 45s with my, you know, am I taking the time to adjust to move from one lap to the next so that I'm not creating workplace injury? There are just so many things to think about. But, you know, the most important is the diminished arpeggio, of course, right? Just kind of fooling around, you know, just fumbling about. But don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to focus on the back. Super important, you know. Yeah, just having some fun. Just goofing off here, guys. You know, it doesn't always have to be quote unquote professional. You can be a human too at the same time. You know, it all works. You can make mistakes, people forgive you, and if they don't, it's not really your problem, is it? You know? We can work on our own layers of forgiveness as we go, right? Yeah. Can you play the forbidden song, please? All right. Robbie, great advice, Unc. That was like those are remnants of the days playing in like the John McLaughlin cover tribute band, like the Joe T, Justification of the Incongruent, and just we used to do a lot of Mahavishnu work, and just that like really high velocity, like high angle playing, you know what I mean? Just steep cliffs to climb. And you definitely want to have your bolts in and your, you know, to protect you when you kind of like peel off the wall. You don't want to fall all the way to the ground, you know what I mean? That's really like sport guitar playing, right? So we're going to do the fingers 1, 2, 3, stretch 4, and then we're on 9, 10, 11, and 13. Yeah. Sounds like you need to get the let out. Yeah. Hit me with Tangerine one time. Oh, you know what? That's a great tune, you know. It's just such a great, I saw, who is this Led Zeppelin tribute act that's going all over the country? It's, are they called Get the Let Out? I'll have to get back to you, but it's like the premier sort of like Led Zeppelin cover tribute band, and it's not their cover band, they're not like a tribute, they kind of, you know, the singer dresses like Steven Tyler, and they're all very accomplished sort of like musicians, but they do a performance, they do a whole evening set of Led Zeppelin. If you ever get a chance to see them, they're pretty cool. I bet you'd get a kick out of it, really enjoy yourself. But yeah, yes, Tangerine is one of those songs that we learned early on, and it's a must-have, I think, in the repertoire, in the toolkit, right? It offers some really cool, and again, their studio sessions seem to be pretty relaxed, and then all of a sudden there's a song, you know, there's sort of like noodling about, and then, you know, there's a little guitar idea, and then there's a full song. I think I might have to go back and listen to it to be sure I play it in the right key. I'm pretty sure it's A minor, right? So that's this. You ever look back at yourself? I'm not sure. Is that the one? Sing, Tweety, sing. Praise the Lord, sir. Yeah, amen, brother, sister, whoever that is. Shivasana or Shivsan Sakara. All right, Shiva. All right, we'll call you Shiva. I mean, you know Shiva if you're from there, right? Maya. We used to play a tune from the Mahavishnu Orchestra called "The Dance of Maya," and it was like 4 times. Just a really, really great piece of music. Anybody who's interested, I don't know anyone. I haven't met many people in the live chat that talk about the Mahavishnu Orchestra. So if you're into learning any of that stuff, let me know. We'll definitely put some of those right on the front burner. Sounds like you need to get the let out. I always need to get the let out, man. So it's, do you ever notice like when you're playing the guitar, you get distracted and you go chase that dragon down, and that's what happens. And that's okay. So we're just jumping right back into the morning ritual for guitar growth. And I appreciate you, Robbie, being my guide, helping us to get off the beaten path once in a while. It's a good, healthy thing to do. Just kind of step off the path, loosen up the straps, you know, the shoulder straps, and then take a look around at that alpine pond that you know you can't swim in because there are too many leeches in it. Oh boy. Yeah, so we're just going through the old 1, 2, 3, 4, and here's what it looks like up close. I know, it's scary. It's like we're looking at Nightmare on Elm Street, you know, all these fingers, but it is a good exercise. If I can stay with the metronome, then I'll be in pretty good shape. I hope you're staying with your metronome too. We started at 60 beats per minute at the beginning of 2025, and we're still at 60 beats per minute. We're likely to boost this up in 2026 because we are going to continue in 2026. We're going to probably boost it up to normal, like start time is 80 beats per minute. So you might want to just get used to 80 over the span of the day. This is really going to take shape. We're really going to start doing something in 2026. We're going to set some new goals. We're going to re-evaluate what we did over 2025. We're going to take the first video we did in 2025 from this live show, the MRF morning ritual for MRFGG, the MRFG, the MR morning ritual for guitar growth. We're going to take that first video and we're going to take the last video that we do in 2025. We're going to smush them together. We're going to take a look at what changed. Did my posture change? Did my breathing change? Did my attitude change? And we're only looking at one video and the first and the last videos. We're going to make some critical observations about what does 260 hours of warm-up time over the span of 1 year do for the guitar practitioner. I've never seen anyone actually do it, so that's my one simple goal for being here all year long. Otherwise, I've got plenty of other things to do. But I thought maybe we'd go through and just take a look at what a beginner exercise does for us for the entire year. If we're here for a whole year just doing like a beginner warm-up exercise, what does that do for us? What's in it for me? I know you're asking the same thing. I asked the same thing about it. You know, if I'm going to spend my time doing this, I'm going to trade little pieces of my life for this goal. It better returns, you know, I've got to mitigate non-returns, you know what I mean? If I spend $1, it's no longer my dollar, that kind of thing. If I spend my time down, I hope it's going to build me up into something greater every single day. And that's just the simple God's honest truth, right? Simple stuff. Let's do the kickstand exercise, shall we? I'm inviting you to join me right now, right here, right now. Quick, while it's fresh in your mind. So we've got this 1, 2, 3, 4. There's that diminished cycle again. But we're using fingers 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, they're contiguous strings. You know, no string skips, no Van Epps techniques here this morning, really. Except for we are position playing and we're on string group number 1. We're using all 6 strings. This is the kickstand exercise. All right, so you just see Jill right here in the live chat. Could you guys say hi to Jill? This exercise is actually named kickstand because we're in position number 9 and I like to kick my finger back, right? I'm kicking my finger back from 9 to 8. So we kind of coined this kickstand, this exercise is just, for some reason, kickstand. It kind of makes sense. You kick the stand out and the bike kind of stands up on its own. And so Ms. Bourgeois here is a guitar luthier. She's a highly skilled person. Comes from a sort of like a refined sort of pedigree of, you know, continued refinement. And so she's building guitars, which makes sense for a person like her, you know. Put your God-given talents to work. So the first guitar, from what I understand, the first guitar that Jill built, she called the kickstand. So there's a guitar in the world right now, at this moment, that's named after or alongside this very specific exercise name, right? So it's a great little thing it's a nice little feather in my cap to think that someone, you know, took the time to build a guitar over the span of several weeks and perfect a craft and just to do something that to reflect on it, to the thing that's in it, it's what is it? It's the thing before the sign, right? The meaning. So we need the meaning. We need the playtime. We need the meaning behind the sign. In this case, the sign would be the name or the symbol. And just to think or reflect back on what that means, that there's a guitar in the world that actually is named after this exercise. And it just is a remarkable thing to me. Just a simple act of kindness and community. You know, it's just a really beautiful community statement. Just to think that there's that kind of thing happening in the world still, you know, and we're not all just cyborgs yet. So that's kind of good news, right? That's really exciting news. And let's go ahead and if you haven't seen Jill's guitar yet, the kickstand, you can see it on the posts tab on my right here at Jason Carey Guitar on YouTube. The posts tab does host a few images of Jill's wonderful guitar, so you can go ahead and find that for yourself. Just scroll down through the posts tab and you'll see a little bit of a backstory to it. Very, very cool. All right, 1 E and 2, 1 E and a da. And we're getting really close to dropping this puppy back down to DADGAD tuning, because we're going to continue where we left off yesterday and the day before, and this is a week of Old Holy Night. And we're going to take a look at how simple we can make a melody, but how engaging we can make the melody. We're stylizing it a little bit. We're using an alternate tuning that we are going to find our way into together with no tuner. So that's a cool thing to know how to do. Get there and back again. We'll at least get there first. And at 8:15, about 1 minute from now, we're going to start dropping on into DADGAD tuning. Any fans of DADGAD here? Anybody used DADGAD before? They all need play. That's right, they all need playtime, Jill. Can you learn B? Question mark. What? I might be missing part of that question, maybe. Yeah, it's a pretty sloppy mess, but we will probably start working on attenuating that. We'll roll up some of that pasta. We'll get that under control and all on the fork with a little help of the spoon, probably. The spoon being, of course, repetition. But I wanted to talk. Let's just go back down to where we came, the place from whence we came yesterday. We still have one tune from yesterday. That's a good place to be. All right, so let's do it. Let's start down here on the, I have the open D string, right? I'm going to match the low E string down to the low E string. Oh, B and F chords. Yeah, all right, gotcha. F major 7 sharp 11 all has two of the same notes from the B chord in it. We're just getting away from the metronome now. So just every time, like Mr. Mark Knopfler, from the guitar player from Dire Straits, like we know him from, as you know, the guitarist that played that kind of stuff. He's that guy. He's Sultans of Swing guitar player too. So we've got this really cool like idea from Mr. Knopfler that if you play the guitar chord, if you want to learn a new chord, if he learns a new chord, he writes a song with it. He writes a new song with a new chord, which forces him, you know, brute forces him, you know, like he's got a botnet sort of like going after that chord. You know, there's this B chord, you know, and maybe he plays the B chord like this. Maybe he's playing the B chord, you know, he's got that open A string. There's a lot of ground to cover there, and then if you're working on getting to that F chord, you know, there are two notes that are common between the B sus4 chord and the F major 7 sharp 11 chord, right? Right. So I would try to find common ground. Just a lot of stuff to do there, but we'll go ahead and continue. That ain't working. That's right. That's exactly right. Stale fish, what's going on? Good morning. Well, thank you very kindly. Those are some fancy Elvis Costello. Oh yeah. Oh man, watching the detectives. Oh yeah. I love Elvis Costello. Dude, I haven't talked about Mr. Costello in, I don't know, decades, dude. Watch, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for bringing that up. That's easily on the playlist. All right, so let's go ahead and get down into business here. We're starting with drop D, D, A, D. Let's go ahead and see if we can make this. a little easier to look at. So D, A, D, G, A. I'm just using my ears to tune that, using that A string, that open A string right here to tune the open B string an octave higher. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on here. And then I'll just tune the open high E string so that it's an octave higher than the, I'm just tuning the E string down so that it comes to meet the D string. And you can hear that there's some tension. And if you just sit with it and use your ears, you can get kind of like really good at tuning alternate tunings, right? Just using your ears as a rough end, right? There's an Eric Johnson tune that's in DADGAD, I think, that we probably should learn at some point too. But yeah, so we're starting with, you know, basically so the verse part is an alternating bass note line that alternates with the thumb back and forth between the open D string and the open drop low D string. And I'm tuning it, I'm fine tuning that string now based on how hard I hit the string. If I attack the string very, you know, really lightly, I can bring the tune, I can bring the string up. But as soon as I start to pluck the string harder, it vibrates itself up and out of tune for a few seconds. It sounds a little out of tune, so I have to be really careful about. I can mitigate that damage with a fat or low E string. Right, I can get higher tension on that string with less. I can get a lower sound with less tension with a fatter string. With more tension on a fatter string. Right there you go. Now all we need to do is remember the lyrics too. And then we could use the thumb to palm mute to just kind of get this. Let's see what's going on here. It's the nut. Calvin, good morning. For some reason that got. Try some days of the new. Oh yeah, right on. Man, you guys are bringing it all back home today. F and B is definitely, they're definitely difficult. What I would do is I would recommend you come back to this morning ritual for guitar growth, because we talk about those kinds of things every day, and we're continually reducing barriers or we're removing barriers so we have a greater amount of access to the guitar. And I not to toot my own horn, but I just want to let you know that I've taught thousands of students, you know, thousands of friends. And if you decide to come back, this stuff happens every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. It's free, and you can ask questions like that, and we can contemplate these, and we can learn these things together as a group, and it's a really great low pressure, no pressure environment, right? And you can ask the questions you'd like. So anyway, long story short, I would encourage you to come back. So we're starting with that ostinato, or that repeating bass line. I'm moving the thumb back and forth between the low open D and the open D string. That melody on the top. I'm going to use the major scale because Oh Holy Night is definitely, yeah, less talk, more guitar. You sound like Frank Zappa. This is kind of for you, Jill, right? So we're just starting with the thumb going back and forth. We can decide on the varying degrees of palm mute. And we're using just that nice palm mute, but then I'm opening up the high E string so that there is no palm mute. Love all of those requests. Those are great. Elvis. Yeah, I definitely play a lot of Elvis, and I definitely play a lot of Steve Winwood. But right now I'm just working on Oh Holy Night, because what I'm doing is I'm working out arrangement of the song, and then I'm going to record it, and then I'm going to make it deliverable for listening on the internet. And I'm going to walk us through that whole process, from finding a nice public domain song that you won't get penalized for playing, and you can make a nice arrangement, a refreshment arrangement on it that works for you. It doesn't have to be difficult. And then I'm not sure how we're going to use this yet. Oh, you know, let's take a look at that. So let's come right back to that. I know I'm running a little bit over this morning. I'm just going to be just a couple more minutes, because I know your time is super valuable, and I don't want to be the one teaching you to, encouraging you to squander your time on the internet. But I'm just working through the major scale. I'm using the, Do, and then Re, and then Mi, and then Fa. Favorite Vietnamese soups, and then Sol, and then La, and then Ti, back to Do. And then we can start to embellish that a little bit. see where I'm going with that, Jill? I hope you're still here, and if you're not, maybe you'll catch up. We'll definitely catch it again tomorrow. But Stevie Winwood, I love the fact that you guys are just. Hey, if you're still here about Blackbird, I've done Blackbird on the channel, so you can go right here and search Jason Carey Guitar. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos here. You can search for Blackbird, and there's a full-on tutorial there. It's super easy, broken right down, super low barrier for entry, you know. If you go see the video, if you're still here, if you do go see that video, kind of give me a little comment and let me know that you're over there. I'd love to hear from you. One of the things that we were just doing is kind of using the melody, you know, on the downstroke, you know. But you can come off of that, right? You can play these 3-note groupings. But keeping that thumb pattern going is pretty important, right? But be mindful of our tone the whole time, you know. A lot of that stuff can just be done by just exploring that open string pattern, right? And you know, and just keeping those picking hand fingers assigned to each string, right? So if the index finger is on the G, it stays there, it stays assigned. And then the middle finger stays assigned, and then the ring finger stays assigned. Yeah, I think that's it for today. Time to make the donuts. Have a good morning. Have a great day. Brilliant place to start, just riding the D and E, carrying the melody up high. That's the great thing about this, right? That's the brilliant thing about the guitar. One of the many brilliant things about the guitar is that it doesn't need to be, it can be as simple or as complicated as we would like it to be. So I hope to see you all again. And if you did get something out of this, share it with your friends and invite your friends to come and join us in the mornings at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time. We're here together, growing together and playing the guitar together, and I think you'll find that you enjoy the time. But I'm usually very punctual, on at 7:30, off at 8:30. For some reason I'm 9 minutes over today, and I apologize. I won't let it happen again, but maybe we'll see you again tomorrow at the same time in the same place. And until we meet again, I wish you all happy picking. Oh yeah, Country Fried, come back.